So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. And this is what we have on the cards, right? Now, I'm in a different position today on the old page because when I'm going to show you the gameplay, yes, Indominator's face is basically where I'm going to be going. I didn't want to show you guys two different faces. This is from Indominator's stream the other day. I was basically sent this link by numerous people to check it out and analyze it and talk about it, so here we are. First of all, I'm not doing this video to ridicule anyone or say that Indominator shouldn't get beat by a Fuma player. Absolutely not. The reason I'm putting this out is because it shows you the different play styles. And we'll talk about it when we're going over the video itself. I have, by the way, look, I've commentated on Indominator in PES League, right? So I've known him, not personally, but I've spoken to the guy. He's a very respectable dude in the community, and he knows all about PES and eFootball. So I'm going to leave his link in the description, of course, because this was his live stream. And go check him out. If you do want those, like, meta tactics, he's going to know all that stuff because he is a pro. He'll know stuff that I don't know, but I play it a different way. You know, I play it on the manual style. So, anyway, this is what the post was about, right? Best eFootball match ever. Random Fuma player with standard cards destroys Indominator. First of all, I think destroys is a little bit over the top. This isn't a 3-4-5-0 scoreline, folks. It's a close game at the end of it. And you've got to remember, when you are taking on assisted people, there is always a chance that they're going to get a lucky break or something, especially when you're on fully assisted shooting. It's 50 times easier to score than when you're playing with no assists, right? So it's going to be very difficult for any player to ultimately destroy a pro player, you know? So anyway, let's dive into this and talk about it, because it is a really good match. So this is the guy that he's taking on. As you can see, he's got a collective strength of about 2607. He is in Division 3. Apparently, he is a guy who's played in the full manual league. There's like an 11v11 league, so obviously he knows his way around it. But the funny thing is, if you do want to go and watch the original stream with Indominator's audio, go and check it out, especially at the beginning. He sees he's playing on full manual, and he's like, I really hope he rage quits. But once he starts seeing how he's playing, he does change his attitude and realizes he's up against, well, he says numerous times, the best player that he's ever played, which that's a bold statement. So let's go ahead and just show you guys the lineups and the teams, so you guys are getting a bit of a flavor. Now, Indominator has all the players. You know, he's got all those legend players, all those top players. There it is, Van Nistelrooy. I've got Nistelrooy myself. He's a very, very good centre forward, as you know. Lionel Messi up there. Who's he going for? Grealish, Cruyff. He does take a look at his team in a second. So that's the team he's up against. And it just goes to show. I will say this much. If you play on manual, folks, you probably can get away with playing with lesser rated players, because I don't know how much stats play a key part when you turn off the assist and manual is there. You know, I still don't know if it's that different between a 70 passing and a 90 passing, whereas on assisted, it is going to be different. But there's a look at his team. Haaland up top, Zaha, Gnabry, he's got Marcos Llorente in there, Rodri, Modric, Sula, Thiago Silva, Alexander-Arnold, Mendes, and Pope. It's not an OP team, really, is it? And I believe the manager he's using is either out wide or he's playing quick counter, long ball counter, I think. I think those are the two options people were stating in the live chat. So yeah, go and check out the original and watch this game live, first of all, because it will give you a better taste and flavor of what it's all about. So here we go. As you'll see right off the bat, once Indominator does lose possession, he's going to see, and just to show you guys what I mean, look, Bosh, he's right there. That's why I'm covering his face. Otherwise, we'd have two faces on the pitch. But yeah, once he starts seeing that this guy's on manual, he does change his attitude real quick. I don't know about this whole new subscriber. That'll put me off. But yeah, he has a chance. Then he gives it away. So now you're going to watch this guy. As you can see, full manual is when they are playing on yellow, folks. That's how you know you're up against someone online that's playing without assists, as opposed to someone who is. If they're playing on pass assist 1, 2, 3, you're going to have the green bar as opposed to the yellow one. But as you can see now, what this video is going to showcase you is how to dribble, how to keep possession. Loses it a few times at the beginning, but After the opening 10-15 minutes of this match, he really does start taking control. And it's not just that. The positioning of his players is very, very key. You have to keep structure when you're playing manual anyway. You can't have players walking all over the place because you will lose out. No doubt about it. I know if I was taking on a professional player and I could see that straight off the bat, you know, your nerves are going to be jangling anyway. I also remember that Indominator is streaming. I know I don't play as well when I'm streaming because you are trying to talk, commentate, and, you know, engage with the live chat. But just watch right here. You can see Indominator is doing the teammate press. It isn't going to work if someone knows how to dribble. They're just going to walk around you when you want a teammate press, because ultimately all teammate press does is laser guy, you know, basically laser beam guided missile style straight into the player. It doesn't use matchup. It doesn't use any of that stuff. But as you can see, this guy, very patient. There's a lot of super cancelling going on, which I use all the time as well. Right there, another prime example. A quick super cancel, thinks you're going to pass it, doesn't, then he'll cut back and start again. He read that pass really well there, and now he'll just start to, well, just dictate the play. Indominator doesn't like this, you know, he didn't. He's never really played too many manual folks, and why would you, because no one really uses it online. But just there, like, look at the prime example of keeping the ball, shielding him off. He wasn't enjoying this. And I was enjoying watching it just because I love this style. This is what I want people to play with online, right? This is, as much as people may hate this, look at that for a goal. Brilliantly worked, right? It's all started right here. Lays it inside. Modric picks it up. There's the teammate press. Never going to work. Holds him off again. This is a beautiful pass through. Because you're on manual, you have the luxury to play those balls. And because he's got Haaland, he's got the height advantage to win that header. Beautiful stuff. You know, and I know pro players don't like playing against this because it's not meta. It's not super fast. It's not 1-2 football. You can't play that way on manual. You have to play a different way. I really wish people would just change and play on manual and learn that your mindset will change tenfold. 100%. You will not play the same way you play on assisted as you will on manual. You just can't. And this is all about playing football. You know, realistically, the way pro players play this game is not really a good way to showcase how football's played. It isn't. It's not played like that. It's all about working it from left to right, right? And dictating the play and trying to expose maybe a different flanks as opposed to just going down the middle every single time. Even when you watch Man City. Man City don't play super tick-a-tacker all the time. Sometimes you got to slow it down and you got to do a little bit of dribbling. When do you ever see a pro player really dribble in this game? Don't really see it happen too often. And to me, it just gets a little bit samey and a little bit boring when they want to keep playing this way. I would love to see what would happen if Konami said, right, we are going to completely get rid of pass assist 1 and 2. Oh, there would probably be an uproar of we've had to learn pass assist 3, and 3's still, you know, assisted anyway. It's just not as assisted as 1 and 2. Once again, watch this guy here. He thinks he's going to pass it. No. That's what it's all about on manual, is they can't read you. They don't really know where you're going to put the ball because you can put it anywhere when you turn off the assists. Once again, his ability to hold up with Haaland. I firmly believe he's using R1, by the way, when he's dribbling. That's what I use. I don't know if it helps, but I've always believed that R1 is like tight possession control, and you can just do more with the ball than when you don't use that. Once again, Haaland is causing him so many problems and using the flanks. You can see Indominator, you won't be able to see him because I'm hiding him, but he's smiling right now. And this is when he was saying, wow, I'm probably up against one of the world's best manual players here, because this guy, not just his dribbling and his ability to read the game, but his positioning. You know, Dominator's not getting too many chances. The second half, folks, does open up a little bit more. This opening half, Dominator was just getting absolutely pulverized, to be honest. But he was rushing as well. And I think Dominator in his mind was thinking, I haven't played up against someone like this before. It's getting a bit nervy, and he's still trying to play the same style. And as you can see, the guy's just reading everything he's doing at the moment. Now, there will be shifts. There will be. This still happens in this game, where the responsiveness goes for you for a split second. I mean, Dominate was talking about that, saying his players felt a little bit pants. They probably did. They probably did. It happens on this game from time to time. I mean, someone in my look at that for a ball. There's the manual part. He should have dinked this. Should have gone for the little cheeky thing, but look at that for a pass. You're playing on assisted, this isn't happening. But you can see Haaland's run right there. No one's marking him. He plays a perfectly delicious pass from Nuno Mendes there, and that touch just let him down a little bit. If he'd eased his foot off the gas, he probably would have been able to get there and finish it. But that's what you can do. You can put the ball anywhere. Please, folks, go and give manual a try. Give it a bash, even if you suck at it for a month or two. Eventually, it will click, and eventually you will start learning that this game has a lot more to offer than just playing on a fully assisted match, which for me isn't that fun. But anyway, we are coming up to half-time, and I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, we're going to push on now into the second half. But yeah, if you look at the shot count, it was very one-sided, that opening 45 minutes. And there a look at it is. 1 attempt for Indominator, none on target, to 5. Now, the second half is a little bit different. It's not quite the same, so we're going to fast forward here as we do kick off the second half. Look, and the reason I wanted to put this out was, as I said, I'm not fussed about Indominator. Yeah, he lost, whoop-de-doo. We all have those games, but it's more to show you what can happen when you do play on the old manual side. And it's not just that, it's the way you play. People don't understand this until you put it on manual yourself and you start playing it regularly. I'm not talking about 1 match or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 matches. I'm talking about after you've played 50 odd matches on manual, you will find it very difficult to go back and play on assisted. You just will. It opens up the game so much more. Like even a pass like that from Messi in Dominator, if he was on fully assisted, he could actually put this ball right there. He could put it there. But because he's on assisted, the game wants to put the ball here. So he's already losing out. Instead of putting it in the space, he's just basically passed it back to Sula, and now he can start again with the goalie. The little flick on from corners that I showed worked on my live stream, where you flick the ball in the near post and then someone else headers it. You put that on assisted, I guarantee you it won't happen 9 times out of 10. You turn off the assists, oh, magically the game will let you do it. So, yeah, it's all got its pros and cons. It really has. But, yeah, this is just a really good, proper matchup. And I like it because it's not one-touch football by both teams. You know, even in Dominator, he's having to change his style a little bit now and not necessarily play this tiki-taka style. Because it's not working for him. He's going to have to learn. Maybe let's do a little bit of dribbling with some of the big boys and go from there. So here he is now with Barella to Davids. Tries to get it out wide. Now, he's playing with out wide or long counter. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll try that out. Maybe that might work better on manual. He does get a little bit fortunate there with the ricochet and the little deflection. And, you know, as I mentioned at the beginning, there's always going to be that factor. If you're playing against someone on assistance, that they can have 1 chance and score it, you know, and you can have 5 on your end and try and score and miss every single one. So, yeah, you take the good with the bad. And at the end of the day, if you end up conceding, well, then you end up conceding. That was a good save there by Ter Stegen. I think he did a little bit of manual goalkeeping here. Yeah, there's the manual goalkeeping. So, you know, things like that, and Dominator's going to know all about those little things because he's... oh, he ended up scoring. Yeah, that was a good finish, actually. It came back to him on the edge of the box, and he scored on right back. So, yeah, a nice little finish. But showcasing you that manual goalkeeping can sometimes work out, and sometimes, you know, it was a lucky ricochet, and it fell to him, but it was a good finish. It wasn't an easy finish. Manual finishing is not easy. But, yeah, 3 goals to 1. There's still plenty more goals to come in this match, folks, so... yeah, bear with me, or bear with the match. But yeah, definitely go check out the actual stream. And give Indominator a follow as well if you're not subscribed to him. Because as I said, he does know all these little things with the meta formations and the best tactics. If you want to play like a pro, faster, tiki-taka style, and that's your preference, 100%. Follow him, give him a bash, and yeah, he'll certainly tell you the ways of life. But yeah, nice bit of feet here from Nistelrooy, a little bit of a deflection. Modric manages to just about get that one away. As you can see now, he is starting to panic a little bit more, and that will happen too, especially with it being 3-1. You know, he's got a 2-goal cushion, but anything can happen. And as you can see right here, that was a nice little flick, and that's all you need to do. Now it's back to 3-2 again. So Bosh, Bosh, Bosh. It's funny, the chat was actually saying, he is a pro, bro. It's a fake account. His name is Roxa. I mean, I'm sure he is somewhat of a pro, you know. If you're on full manual and you're competing with a pro and you're doing pretty good, then yeah, I think he's probably played this game a lot. And look, folks, if you've played manual in PES 21, it's not that big of a difference to going to eFootball. There is certainly a little bit of assistance on manual, I will admit that. Especially when you play like long balls. I don't think it's pure 100% manual. Maybe you're getting like 85%. I don't know. But yeah, that's why I feel like most people, if they give it a week or two and practice, you will grasp manual relatively fast. It's the finishing. It's putting the ball in the back of the net. That is the hard part. So here he is again, working it forward. Trying to get the rub of the green. Here's Edgar Davids. You've also got to remember that the manual guy's team isn't stacked. You know, he hasn't got any legends, which is also what the chat was stating. It's just that he's got Pope in goal. You know, Zaha's on the wing. Haaland's up top. Haaland's not the most nimble player. Yeah, he's going to give you the height advantage, and that's what this guy's aiming for. If he is playing that long ball counter or that out wide, him winning those headers with Haaland is a smart way to go. Once again, it's another. I really hate these goals though. Somehow, if these games could get rid of these ridiculous tap-in merchant goals where the goalie just basically passes you the ball, it would be nice, but I don't know. They always seem to exist. So there's a look at his lineup. As he's playing that Rijkaard as a centre-back. Well, now he's mixed it up. So yeah, that's the pro tip for you. They don't like to play with like left-back, right-backs. They generally like to play with 3 centre-backs. If you're going to have 1 full-back, maybe. And he's even having to resort to playing with 2 DMFs. And yeah, he's making a couple of changes, and then he does actually show. Yeah, once again, he shows the other guy's team. There it is. It's not stacked, is it? Credit to him. But I really need to do a video where I look at the stats on manual and compare them with assistance, because I would like to know how much of a difference there is compared with playing assistance and not. Because I'm sure that passing on manual is, the stats don't correlate as much as they would with a, you know, with assistance. So, but you can see he's starting to panic. He's wetting himself a little bit now. It is 3-3. And that's why when this title said destroys in Dominator, I was like, well, destroys maybe a little bit of a harsh word. I don't think he's destroying him, but he's certainly giving him a very good run for his money in a good match. And this works off well as well. You know, that 1-2, flick it off, gives it back to Williams. Once again, it's all about patience, though. Watch him, just taking his time, got caught there. They will give the fouls for that, especially with the teammate press. And, you know, it's smart play from him here. Watch. Lovely ball in. Once again, Haaland causing all the problems and nearly grabbing a 4th as we go on a little bit further. One thing Dominator was saying here was even the passing was looping over to him. It might be. Honestly, manual might mess this game up for a lot of people that play versus it. Oh, well. Like right there. Puyol's trying to clear this back to his player. Probably should have just put it out. It fell nicely to Mendes, and that's, I mean, it's smart play there because he knew he was going to come in. I probably wouldn't have even chipped that. I would have played that along the turf. So that was smart play by the Fuma master, should we call him, as he dinked that over for Haaland to go and put the ball in the back of the net. I love the chat. The chat's hilarious. It's like, is he playing possession? Damn, what a hard game. Damn, this dude, OMG. Yeah. People do appreciate people, though, when they play on manual. You have to. There's no way you're not going to give someone the praise that they deserve if they can give you a good match on manual. And he certainly did. Once again, his ability to just dribble, take his time, phenomenal. And it's just a different mindset. But we've got about 3 minutes to play. There's going to be a lot of stoppage time. Even in Dominator there was saying his player, I mean, this isn't the right pass, to be honest. I know he's trying to play this to Rijkaard, or Hullet, actually. But this ends up, because he's playing on assistance, it just goes anywhere. It just goes straight to the other shirt. It's again losing possession. And Mbappe wins the header. And here is a chance, actually, for Mr. Rodri. Should have shot that earlier. And into the side netting. So yeah, this manager has a long ball counter of 80 and an out wide of 80 as well. And that's the manager that this Fuma guy is using, Ripa, R-I-P-A. So if you want to check him out, I don't know, maybe I'll try out wide. I haven't really ventured into out wide at all, or even long ball counter, because I kind of just play possession. But watching this guy play, he's definitely stretched the game. And that's forced, you know, a completely different matchup to Indominate and what he's normally used to playing. Here was a chance for him, and he just said, no, we're going to get that out there with only a couple of minutes to spare. But anyway, folks, that's today's video. I really wanted to put this out, mainly because a lot of you guys are asking, and you don't see matches like this very often, if rarely. I know I've yet to play anyone online on manual, so... yeah, so to have an opponent, like, especially an Indominator who knows all the ins and outs of this game, he's played at the highest level, and no doubt the Fuma guy gave him a great match, and there it is, 4 goals to 3, 10 attempts to whatever it was, and there we have it. But anyway, let me know your thoughts below. Go and try it. I mean, I want to start a manual league, but I'm just too lazy to do so. But I really do think if we did start something like that, it could be good fun. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I am getting a little bit bored now of eFootball because it is just the same events over and over again. I do plan on streaming on Friday, so stay tuned for that again. But let me know your thoughts below. Go and check out Indominator's channel in the description, because he's still a fantastic player. I've met the guy. He's a lovely bloke. So, you know, as I said, this wasn't to ridicule him in any shape or form. This was just to showcase the different play style that you're going to come up against and the different mindset of a manual player, and to show that they can compete. But until next time, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.